Hello, I'm Rebecca Rush and I'm in Italy. It's amazing, and this is the bike that I rode for Italy Divide, which was the longest bike race I've ever done in my whole life. So the equipment is super important for a race like this because it was 850 kilometers, a lot of days on the bicycle, and so choosing your weapon is super important. First, I was riding a new Niner Air9 RDO, so a brand new 29er hardtail, which I was really excited about. It was the first ride that I'd done on this bike. And some of the cool things about this frame is that the narrow tubing on the top is making for a comfortable ride, and then the thicker tubing on the bottom is also making for a very stiff ride. And so it's kind of the best of both worlds of a bike that you can be on for a long period of time, but it's also going to handle really well on the technical and feel stiff and good control. So, and the reason I chose a hardtail for this race is because since it's self-supported bike packing, you have to carry all of your things. And so I wanted to be able to use a frame bag and keep most of the equipment on the bike instead of on my body. For me, if I have too much on my backpack, it just ends up being harder on the body. So I like to put the weight on the bike, and especially in the frame, because then the handling is better than if it's off the front or the back. So the main thing was the Niner frame. I also, brand new for this race, I was running the SRAM Eagle drivetrain, and this is their new 1x with, as you can see, a very large cassette, a 1050 cassette, and so essentially you get the same gear range as a 2x11 without a front derailleur. And so for bike packing, what's really important is your equipment has to work, because you're not going to stop at a bike shop, you're doing your own repairs, everything, it needs to be really dependable. The other thing is in Italy, there's very, very steep hills and then also long flats. And so I needed a wide range for climbing, but also for going fast on the flats. And it was perfect. It was the first time I used it. I was a little nervous, fresh out of the box prototypes, but the bike was really perfect, and I was really happy with the gear ratio. It was super important, and as you can see, it was a very muddy race. I cleaned my chain a couple times and lube it, but otherwise I didn't have to do any maintenance. The only maintenance I had to do was I changed my brake pads one time. So otherwise everything was perfect on the bike.